What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I've got another very important AMC update to bring all of you this afternoon. So what we're going to be covering in this update is a little bit of the price action that we're seeing on AMC today. Now, it is my last day of college today. I have all of my last exams today too, so I do want to try and get this video out to you guys a little bit earlier than I usually would. We're going to be going over the price action that we're seeing right now. It definitely can change before the end of the day, but the most important things are going to be the information about a lot of these different developments happening in the overall market. We have the HEDGE data to cover. We have an organization that has been caught and fined for naked shorting. We have this wild situation going on with Motley Fool right now, and a giant fund again is on the verge of collapse. And this all ties in with Bill Huang, Archegos, and that situation. We also have Melvin coming down, who is basically on the verge of bankruptcy as it is right now. So there's a lot of moving parts right now. We have Powell tomorrow. This week is going to get absolutely crazy. So before we get into all of that information, if you enjoyed the information and analysis that I provide for you in this video, make sure you go down and hit that like button. It costs you nothing to do it, but it really helps us out a whole lot in getting this information out to as many people who want to learn. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. And again, guys, you guys have seen the amount of success that people have been having with our 1348 trading strategy. We are offering you guys over 40 private live streams every single month. The trading algorithm that trades by itself, over 850 stocks alerted on, and all sorts of training sessions. Make sure you guys check that out if you are interested down below in the description. So right now, as I'm recording, AMC's at $15.89. It's up about 4% on the day, but with the amount of volatility that we've been seeing in the market recently, things can definitely change going into the end of the day. We could see the price way higher, or we could see the price a little bit lower if the market starts to kind of spaz out like we saw it do yesterday. Now, when we come over to some of the HEDGE updates that we're seeing over here, we've got about 19% estimated short interest, 1.42 million net borrow of shares at the current time right now, 1.53% average cost to borrow, 2.11% max. Now, when we come over to GameStop over here, again, 19.2% estimated short interest, net return of 250,000 shares, 8.6% max cost to borrow, 6.51% average cost to borrow. Now, let's get into this situation with this first institution that has been caught and penalized for naked short selling, but the penalty is minuscule. So I got to bring you guys back over to some of these violations and these allegations that kind of resurfaced last May. So this has to do with BTIG. That is the firm. Now, Rich Greenfield, remember, he has a 1 penny price target on AMC right now. Obviously, he's most likely going to be wrong, but he used to work at this institution. So take that information and do what you want with it. But the SEC alleges that BTIG ignored facts indicating that the hedge fund's representations that it owned the securities it was selling and that it would deliver them by the settlement date were false. Despite many red flags, the SEC said that BTIG allegedly continued to mark the hedge fund's orders as long and short exempt without making an effort to determine whether those markings were correct. In addition, the SEC alleges that because BTIG failed to borrow or locate the shares before doing the transaction, which were in reality short sales that they were marking as long, the firm violated another short selling rule. Yeah, it's called naked shorting. You can't do that. Now, when we come over to the most recent update of what happened today, the SEC obtains a final judgment against BTIG. So it goes over a little bit of some of the details. On May 19th, 2021, the SEC charged BTIG with violating some of these SEC rules right here, representing total sales of more than $250 million as long and short exempt when those orders should have been marked as short from December 16th all the way through July of 2017. Now, when we come over to the penalty, it's about $600,000. On May 2nd, 2022, the court entered judgment by consent against BTIG, permanently enjoining BTIG from violating these rules of Reg Show. The court also ordered them to pay a disgorgement of $315,000, prejudgment interest of $64,000, and a penalty of $315,000. Now, with the amount of money that they could have potentially made on these short sales, this penalty right here is absolutely not enough. So what this is telling us right here we know at this point, I think, that the SEC is not really going to come in and save any of us. I think the SEC, but man, my opinion has kind of always been that the SEC was going to kind of come in after and try and regulate this type of marketplace after a major event happens, such as a giant short squeeze. So that's kind of what we're waiting on here. The SEC is not really going to do a whole lot, but we still have that DOJ investigation into the manipulative short selling as well, but that is going to take some time to play out. Now, I want to get into this Motley Fool situation before we start talking about this other really big hedge fund, or mainly just a giant investment fund that is on the verge of blowing up as well. They're down about 44% on the year. Now, Motley Fool over here, so this is from Bloomberg Law. This is one of the wildest things that I've seen in a while. Motley Fool stock pick hacker was charged with securities fraud. An Idaho man who allegedly managed to access stock picks by personal finance website Motley Fool before publication and made millions of dollars trading on the information has been charged with securities fraud. Now, in order for this guy in Idaho to be able to make money by getting access to Motley Fool stock picks. So let's just say, for the example of this, I'm Motley Fool, and you guys who are watching this video are this Idaho person. I then send out a stock pick, the stock goes up. Now, you have already received this information, you bought it before everybody else, and you made money. But the premise here is that Motley Fool has the ability to manipulate equity prices. Why is that not the thing that people are talking about here? Versus the guy got the information that Motley Fool was going to talk about this stock, and the stock went up or down, and he positioned himself accordingly. But the actual issue here is that Motley Fool is manipulating share prices. This is insane. And then kind of the last thing that I kind of want to go over here with you guys is this situation with Tiger Global. So there are a lot of individuals in the finance industry right now called Tiger Cubs. Now, they used to work, they basically all cut their teeth at Tiger Global. So this is a giant fund right here. Tiger Global's hedge fund posts 15% monthly drop, pushing the year's loss to 44%. That's insane. These funds right now are having very, very, very significant issues. Decline for Tiger's hedge fund comes as tech stocks sputter. Chase Coleman's firm is heading for the worst year ever. This is not a good thing to see. Tiger's a pretty big name in the financial industry right now. And the fact that they are struggling right now, right here, a spokeswoman for Tiger Global, which at the year end managed $100 billion firm-wide, including $35 billion across its hedge long-only and crossover funds, that is a giant amount of money that is floating around. And remember, if they are doing anything like we were seeing with Archegos and Bill Huang with these total return swaps and over-leveraging themselves on a lot of these positions, that's going to be a very serious problem from the overall market and could cause more systemic risk to the overall marketplace, very similar to what we saw with Archegos when it caused those massive declines in Viacom, Discovery, and a couple of other stocks as well. So that is mainly going to wrap up this update on AMC and these couple of situations that I thought you guys should really hear about going into tomorrow and the rest of this week. Now, in addition, we are going to be getting Jerome Powell tomorrow. So that is really kind of going to be the deciding factor on where the market's going to be going over the next month until we start seeing more fears over another FOMC meeting coming up in June. So these are going to be things that we need to keep a lookout for. I will be live all day tomorrow. Sorry about the random schedule over the last couple of weeks. I was trying to finish up school. Today is the last day, though. By the time you guys are watching this video, I will be done with college. So that is going to wrap up this update on AMC. If you enjoyed the information and analysis that I provided for you in this video, make sure you go down and hit that like button. It costs you nothing to do it, but it really helps us out a whole lot in getting this information out to as many people who want to learn. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. So I hope you guys are having a great evening, and I'll see you guys in the next video.